All right, good afternoon, everyone. Everybody have a good lunch? Yeah, good. Awesome. Not hard to find a good place to eat around here. Glad you enjoyed it. It's my honor and pleasure and privilege to introduce our next speaker and presenter, Ms. Catherine Fenstermaker. Have any of you heard of any of our presentations before? Well, you guys really are in for a treat. Those of you who have not, you're in for a special treat. She does a very good job and has supported us in the past presentations for our Damage Prevention Summit and so forth. But a little bit about Catherine. She serves CH Fenstermaker Associates as a business development consultant. Catherine's diverse background and unique skill set is derived from her middle staff education experiences, legal services, her work as a landman, time teaching elementary school French, and her role in commercial real estate development. Catherine joined CH Fenstermaker Associates in 2016 and did so with honor, as it was her grandfather who started the company. She works to promote Fenstermaker's wide range of multidisciplinary services, specifically their latest software, maps, and the state-of-the-art data visualization tool. So, this presentation is going to be about the power of knowledge, data visualization for damage prevention. So with that, I give to you Ms. Catherine Fenstermaker.
Well, for those of you who are not from Louisiana, I'll take the opportunity to welcome you to our great state. And secondly, welcome to the 2017 Pipeline Safety Conference. And I just want to take a minute to thank all of the COCOs, specifically the Louisiana Gas Association. I was invited here today by Mr. Blaine Spell. I've had the honor of meeting several representatives, Ms. Diana Wilcox, and also Mr. David Raymond with Atlas Energy. And I'll give a special thanks and shout out to the man who got me involved in damage prevention to begin with, Mr. David Fry, who is here. He's the executive director of Louisiana One Call, and he's the reason I kind of began this journey with damage prevention. So the title of my presentation is The Power of Knowledge, Data Visualization for Damage Prevention. Now, before I go any further, I have to say that this image I found online, and I must give credit to the filmmaker who included this graphic art in her documentary. The documentary is called The Human Face of Big Data. And whenever I called her to ask permission to use the image, whenever I called her to get permission to use the image, she let me know that it might be a good idea to watch her documentary, and I did. And so I share with you two takeaways because it was applicable to the talk today. Number one is that we used to think of things, write them down, and then that became knowledge. And so today that's kind of been turned on its head a little bit. We're kind of swamped in all of this information, all of this data, almost to the point of overwhelming sort of overload. And where we derive knowledge now is from sort of piecing these pieces of information together, weaving them in such a way that they create knowledge. So that's a difference. That's the first takeaway. The second takeaway I would say is that the more data that we have, the larger the problems that we can solve. And so I think the big problem that you all are here joining together today to talk about and hopefully alleviate is the problem of preventing damage. So what we will move on to now is a little bit about me, as you heard in my brief bio. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. I used to work as a landman, and I would spend my days at the Abbeville Courthouse running title, pulling books off of the shelf. It's a great workout. And as I would turn the pages of the book, searching for my specific section, township, and range, guarding that from all the would-be blockbusters in the place, I would see on the pages plaques that were prepared by my grandfather, C.H. Fenstermaker Jr. And so that's what you see here is his seal and stamp and signature. And at that time, it was 2011, and I would just kind of stop and think about my history and think about my family and sort of like these roots that I have in the area, in the region, and with these type of professional services. And that was a really special thing. So while I was preparing this presentation, I was at our office, our headquarters in Lafayette, Louisiana. I'm not sure many of you know C.H. Fenstermaker Associates is a multidisciplinary firm. We offer services in survey, mapping, engineering, environmental consulting, advanced technologies including laser scanning and drone technologies, coastal teams. So we are truly multidisciplinary. But so while I was there, I went to our library, and I was looking for some more plaques to show you guys, and just thinking that I might be able to find something special. And I ran into a man who works in our survey department. His name is LGA, and he just so happens to have in his office, he's converted it almost into a museum of the historical elements of survey. He has wooden posts and just these different pieces of equipment that he's been sort of collecting over the years. So he's kind of safeguarding the company's archives, these special things. And he brought this to me. You ask yourself, what is that? It is a field notebook from 1912, and it belonged to my great-grandfather, the original C.H. Fenstermaker. And so I thought this was the coolest thing. I have to show everyone this. I don't know if it's special to my heart only, or if you guys feel a connection to our history, but whenever I look at something like this, and I think about 1912, and then I think about 100 years later, kind of where we are. When I look at these pages and I see that my great-grandfather was out in the field with this notebook, taking notes, measuring in chains, and I think about what we're doing today. We're out in the field, we're flying drones, we're taking, laser scans and, doing all this amazing data processing. And so just kind of thinking and reflecting on how far we've been able to come in 100 years. And so where do we go from here? And I just think it's really exciting. So we will move on into looking at what I did find in the library. These are some hand-drawn contours from my grandfather. And this is an estate plat that was prepared by Mr. Bill Turry, who I remember fondly. And when we look at it, it's not so much that today the information that we're mapping is different, because we see here the United Gas pipeline and its positioning within the right-of-way. And then we see the 30-foot drainage canal that traverses the property. And we can see mapped out the flow of the drainage. So these are kind of the same things that we're mapping today, just our method for mapping is completely changed. So this is a project that Fenstermaker did at the Ambassador Corridor off of I-10. I'm sure how many people drive that way, but I'm sure you have. So this is all of the topside and subsurface planimetrics at that corridor. So you'll see mapped things like geographic features like trees. You'll see underground infrastructure like with utility lines, boundaries like barricades. And this data, obviously survey grade accuracy collected in the field and then brought back in. And with a software, how many of you are familiar with the Bentley series, the Bentley software? Yes, so I'm using the Bentley viewer to kind of navigate this, what I would consider a modern day class. So one thing about this is that within this software, not only do we have a capability now for X and Y coordinates, standard across time, we also have the ability for a Z component. Now, this particular project, it wasn't required or asked for that Z component, but you can see that the data set here has that capability. So something about technology is that just because we have the ability to do something, just because it's possible, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's practical, or that it's applicable in any given situation. So we have to be kind of strategic with how we use technology. Another thing that amazes me are the laser scans that we have on file. So I wanted to kind of share a few with you. This one is from the same project, the ambassador at I-10 corridor. And our director of advanced technologies, Plus Phil Castro, he kind of gave me access to some of their projects. And one of our technicians, a man by the name of Jeremy Peppercorn, prepared these point cloud fly-throughs. The point clouds are data that's been processed inside of Cyclone software. Is anyone familiar with Cyclone? So the Cyclone software will generate for you a point cloud, and then this is a fly-through within. And so basically with a laser scan, you're creating sort of a model that would pinpoint accuracy. So you can revisit this site, you can create really precise drawings after the fact. They really just take a great snapshot of as-is conditions. So is anyone familiar with this piece of infrastructure? You got it. The Belgian stuff. So a lot of you maybe drive through that every day, often. And then one last thing that I thought you might find relevant, this is actually a graph. And so as we fly over it, you can get a sense of the facility. And then, later, if there were any reasons that you need to visit and see maybe if another piece of equipment might be able to fit, you have this 3D model, again, to pinpoint accuracy. So moving into the case study portion of my presentation. Hi, nice to see you. Come on in. Come join us. You're just in time for the case study presentation. So Competition Parent Police Jury is one of our valued clients. And so as mentioned, I promote a software that we built from scratch. We call it Map Analyst, and it is a geographic information system-based software as a service. So Fence2Maker has been working with Competition Parish Police Jury to map their assets and visualize their data sets since 2013. So this is going to be a testament that you'll see to the great communication and collaborative efforts that have gone on over the course of those years. This slide, and I know that you all cannot read it from back there, of course, unless you're a whiz and better than me as I have here. But these are all of the data sets that have been mapped inside of their application. Things like historical aerial photography. So they store different layers, these maps, aerial views, starting with 1955. And you can see change over time. Maybe it's erosion, maybe it's further development, whatever the case may be, but to have this kind of historical record that they can view at any point in their parish. They've been very consistent about flying aerials and keeping up with that. Hi, gentlemen. Y'all can come sit up here. There's plenty of room. So these are contours and elevations And by adjusting the opacity of the data sets, oh, this is fine. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for checking on. By adjusting the opacity, you saw the change, and so the parish engineer, he told me that they use this for not only engineering but for infrastructure planning. And so these are good data to have available as well. Flood depth and elevation profiling. We'll take a look at the flood depths as they have been mapped at this particular location in the parish. And what we can do with this particular tool, called an elevation profiling tool, is you can take a cross-section of the map, and when you do that, it will pull up a graphical analysis of the elevations along that line that you have drawn. And when you fade out the flood depth data set and you hover over the line, you can see within the graph where you are. And so if you wanted to know where a high point was, or a low point for that matter, you can do it easily. And then whenever you hover over the area in the graph, you can see it sort of blinks with the GPS kind of tag. Rain gauges. Calcasieu Parish has been smart in subscribing to a company that offers them telemetry devices that have been placed all over the parish to track rain and to track stream levels. And so at any of these points where that is being monitored, you can view over the course of time, you can go back up to a year and view rain totals and things like that. And again, you get the graphical analysis. This is a testament to tying softwares together, sort of what I would consider software integration, because our software is our biggest fear. Software integration in that, we're taking another software and it's communicating with our software to produce, sort of this dashboard for our clients so that they can view all of their data and have it, as the parish engineer will tell you, at his fingertips. Sewer systems and drainage laterals. This might be right up your alley, and it might not be. So here you can see they have their sewage system mapped out, and when you kind of fade out the aerials a little bit, you can see the polylines better. And all of them have the size of the line, and what we can also see, they have mapped the laterals, the drainage laterals that they have modeled, and then the drainage laterals that they have actually in place. And so we can zoom into a neighborhood and we can view in relation to the geographical features on the ground, the sewer system and the laterals in this case. For me, things begin to make sense when the data set is associated and overlaid on the geographical map.
Is this information you receive from the parish itself, or information that y'all may have surveyed and collected?
Yes, that's a great question. So this data can come from many places. In this case, this particular data set was supplied to Finstamaker by their GIS department. Now, so they probably gathered that data through some type of survey. Finstamaker also, as a surveying firm, can conduct surveys and display them in this fashion. We just work with our client to provide them with the data that is going to be valuable for them and whatever that is. And then we give them the platform to interact with it, analyze different things. And then so whenever they get calls, they'll be able to answer these people's questions like that. They'll have the information there. They don't have to get back to people. The Parish engineer told me, he doesn't have sticky notes all over his office anymore. I'll call this person back with this information. It's all been brought, it's all been centralized to one big data repository. Yes. So this particular data set is not displaying that metadata, but the application is capable of displaying that. So again, it's whatever our client wants to see. So in this case, you don't have that, it's not tagged, but our software is capable of basically kind of doing a click on the line, and it would bring up, a formatted window with the metadata, anything associated with that point. Waterworks. I really admire Calcasieu Parish for the time that they put into collecting this data. A lot of municipalities don't, and I just think it's very responsible that they do. So these are mapped out for water districts. The water districts are outlined in red. And so what we see here was the sewer system that we were previously looking at. And so maybe what we want to see is the water system in relation to the sewer system. And so we can see both of those data sets in one view. They have mapped out their hydrants, their valves, and the facilities, such as lift stations and elevated tanks. So when you guys can come and sit, there's space here. And so we see here an elevated tank, and then when we turn the aerials back on, then we can sort of visit the site through another feat of software integration. Pictometry flew their aerials, and so we're able to see not only current, but historical oblique aerial imagery inside of our mapping application, which is really great because you can see change over time. And I just want to say that something so simple as mapping your valves, I mean, it's not it's almost genius in its simplicity, but I mean, if you have a line break, and you know instantly where your valves are, you can pinpoint the location, send a crew out, and it's no time to locate them. It's just, taking the time to map it out in this fashion. I just, like I say, it's simple, but it's almost novel even in today's, world with all the technology we have. Plat integration. This is a custom built feature. Calcasieu Parish sort of requested the ability to view their plats in space. So all of those polygons that you see on the map, they're all subdivision plats. And so we'll visit Dogwood at Graywood. You can zoom to that location. And we'll see the plat that has been georectified. And so that means that it's just been placed on the map to line up with any of the roads that are in place. So you can view things like parcel boundaries. You can view quickly things like easements and right-of-ways. Sometimes this is useful in settling disputes. And I'm sure you can imagine many times when this would be useful in what you guys do. I think this is one way, like one step toward, the future is you have to take what we have, this element of the past, these paper plats. You take the technology that we have available to us currently, you incorporate the past into the present. And that's one step toward the goal of making digitized plats. Parcel search and tax information. So map analyst kind of started as a property analyst, almost an assessor-based data visualization tool where we're developing parcel outlines and associating the different tax information with the parcels. But so let's say in this case there was an emergency or an incident of some sort. So we drew a polygon, all of the parcels, like let's say of the affected area, all of the parcels associated have been highlighted. They're in a list. You can view the details quickly. And perhaps maybe there's some demographic information associated, so you can pull up a list. Maybe you need to find out who needs to be contacted, how many people have been affected, and then you can create your action plan from there. Live printing. This is something that is appreciated by our clients. They have been able to cut down on over 70% of their foot traffic from the public coming into print maps just by giving the public the ability to print their own maps. And so this isn't just a standard print window where you hit print and then you're kind of stuck and then you have to exit out and then go back if you didn't get on the right space. So we call it live printing. And you can adjust the zoom extent. And because we are a surveying company and we respect all things accurate and survey grade, the scale actually on the print preview will change every time you adjust the zoom extent. So that's pretty cool. You can include a legend or not, change the title of the map. And so I just think that's kind of a big deal. If you cut down over 70% of your foot traffic in your office, like think of all the things that they can get done now. Waterways and bridges. Again, this is just so smart, mapping something like critical infrastructure, all the bridges in your parish. So we turn on the waterways, which show up in aqua. The bridges show up here as red dots. And we have the zoning information. And so let's say we wanted to see the bridges inside of the heavy industrial zone, shown here in lavender. And maybe they were getting a new company. And maybe this company was building a petrochemical complex, and maybe this company needed to establish a route for heavy hauling. And so we visit this bridge and we see that it's inoperable. And then we can look and maybe ask the question, well, what did it look like 10 years ago? What condition was it in 10 years ago? And because they've been diligent about their aerial photography, we can see that, 10 years ago it was fine. Well, what about 2 years ago? And we can see that the degradation, this has obviously been ongoing. But we can see kind of how far the bridge has gone, but we know that it's not acceptable for this potential heavy haul route. So this can become a source of information gathering to perhaps construct a master plan for how the city will go about maybe improving certain elements of infrastructure. Flood zones. We all know the importance of flood zones. We're blessed to live in Louisiana, and we all know that people are very touchy about this type of data. So here in red, we see the velocity zone subject to wave activity. And within that, we've highlighted the parcel outlines, and more importantly, the address points. And so in the case of an emergency, we can visit that address point. Now, whenever I was talking to the Director of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness, he said, in the case of an emergency, sometimes the infrastructure is completely wiped out, so you have to go by that address point. But in this case, we can view all the details of that property as it was. Let's say there was a disaster, all right, as it is, and we can pull up the pictometry, and we can see the structures as they existed last photographed. It's amazing what they use pictometry for. Actually, the sheriff's offices have told me that they use this whenever they go to service summons. They go to check the location to see, where the entryways and exits are. So if someone tries to make a mad dash for it, they're prepared in such a fashion. The police use applications just very fast. And finally, we'll look at some master plans. Specifically in this case, they mapped out their traffic master plan, which is smart for a municipality because they get a lot of questions on, when are you going to repair my road? And so making this kind of data readily available to answer those questions, I think is really smart. So we can see roads that are set to be improved, ones that have recently been improved, or those that are in progress. And I turn on here the soil type data as well, so that let's say there was some projects going on and you needed to determine your excavation plans, and due to the different regulations of the different soil types, you can begin crafting your plan before your excavation practices begin, for example. And this leads me to the discussion that we're all kind of having today at this conference and kind of damage prevention. The Common Ground Alliance put together a DIRT report, damage inventory reporting tool, and when I was looking at it, I noticed that the number one transgressor, if you will, in all of the data that they've collected is contractors and developers using backhoes and trenchers, and then next in line were those installing fences and landscaping. So I put together this lovely collage for you all to just kind of maybe get that visual. This is not necessary. Damage prevention it wasn't my business, but I kind of made it my business. And in the process of researching, I wanted to find out sort of asking why. Why are there all of these incidents being reported? Why is all this damage happening to begin with? And so I reached out to this county in Florida. They had a nice web presence, it seems. So I reached out to them and I told them that I might be involved with a project on a certain stretch of land, and would she send over to me, her nice lady, her name was Kathy, would she send over to me all the plans that she had relating to any of the infrastructure in place along this stretch on 9th Avenue. And Kathy sent me over something, she sent me over, this was document 1, the fiber optic document. This is 1 of 4 that she sent me. You might be familiar with these types of drawings, heads nodding. Okay. The second document that she sent me was concerning traffic. These were interesting with grayed out aerials and odd-shaped bubbles and very squished information that was, to me, almost indecipherable. It's not something that I look at every day, but the picture was sort of becoming more clear for me why some of this type of damage was occurring. The third document she sent me was the water, sewer, and reclaim. And these started to have handwritten corrections and notes, and it seemed like they had maybe been Xeroxed a few times and then copied and then printed and then scanned again. And I thought, man, no wonder, right? At this point, no wonder. If someone handed me this, and I like to think I'm, pretty good at putting puzzles together, but if someone handed me this kind of stack, I'd likely damage something. The last document that she gave to me, this was the legend for it, and this was created in a software designed for geographic information systems, something like an ArcGIS. And when we look at it, we can see mapped out manholes, we can see water lines and sewer lines. I found this one the most helpful, although it was just an electronic PDF. It wasn't something I could navigate through, and as we kind of looked at turn layers on and off and see things independently or in relation to other data sets. But I did find it the most user-friendly document that she sent over to me. Another part of my research and sort of preparation to discuss this with you all, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to look at it, our office is located on Barrock School Road, which is undergoing a widening project. And so the 2-lane road for a 3.5-mile stretch has excavation on either side, which makes for an interesting commute, sometimes following a very slow-moving bulldozer. But anyway, it's perfect for contributing to this conversation. So I saw this excavation, and in my mind I thought, I need to understand better. And so one day I stopped on the road and I asked one of the workers, and said, "Where is your project manager located?" And they say, "Oh, he's around the corner of the construction trailer, you have the blue truck, and it's on Digby." So I asked my boss if I could go, and he's like, "Catherine, you are, you go above and beyond, sure, go for it." So I went to the construction trailer and ended up talking to this man who told me about the challenges that he faced dealing with utilities companies, dealing with different obstacles that would come up in his excavation practices, an unexpected line or a live line that no one would claim, or a high voltage line encountered that had no marking, or just very stressful. To me, it sounded very stressful. Anyway, he invited me for a hard hat tour of the job. And so I last spoke at the Damage Prevention Summit in Baton Rouge in March. And since then, I've been out on site and seeing these sort of change orders have to take place in that moment. Seeing actually the sewer line as it's traversing the drainage path, completely unexpected, knowing that they're going to have to install a cross drain, but just actually being out there and seeing the conflict, it sort of touched me in a way to realize that there are lives associated with these conflicts, So this is something that is very interesting to me. This is a company out of New Zealand. They're called AllView, and this is an experimentation with augmented reality. And so you can see that they have data sets inside of their application. You can view them in real time, pretty accurately it seems. And so, thinking about damage prevention, and in the spirit of thinking about technology, thinking for the future, what does damage prevention look like 10 years from now? What does damage prevention look like 50 years from now? And I don't know what it's going to look like. I just like to ponder, I like to use my imagination and I like to research. So this is a company out of New Zealand, and whenever people see this, I feel like a lot of people, they look at a limitation. They think we live in this litigious society, and if we had this type of, if we were using this out in the field and someone hit a line, and who would be holding the hot potato that is liability at that point? And so then they stop right there. They say, this can never work. And so I think that we shouldn't let limitations, current limitations, like whether they be legal, whether they be mental, we shouldn't let them get in the way of imagining and thinking futuristically. I go jogging, I have to say, I go jogging in my neighborhood, I'm jogging with my friends, and now that I know all this stuff about damage prevention, I'm jogging, I'm like, you see those lines, you see all that spray paint, and like all of my friends know about damage prevention now. They've never thought about it before in their life, But I don't think that's the future. I don't think that the future is spray painting all over everyone's landscaping, and littering the world with flags. I just don't see that as the future, although it seems to work a good bit of the time now. anyway, again, like I mentioned, it's not just about mapping, infrastructure. It's about the communities that surround that infrastructure and about the lives that are associated when we talk about excavation. Not only the work crews that are out there, but the community, the general public who is, I guess, looking to us to work together, to be smart, to be responsible for them. So with that, I'll engage in any discussion or try to answer any questions you all may have. Before you stampede out of here, if anyone has in their mind something that they think they might want to discuss with me at any given time, I know I've handed out a lot of cards, but I'm always available. My email's on the card and something. I'm always curious about other people's business and what they do, and if I can ever help you in any way, or if our company can ever help you in any way, that's what we're in the business of doing. So I appreciate your time today, and I hope you all enjoyed it and maybe got your wheels turning in a different direction. So thank you all very much.